Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Framed? And it's my original and it's kind of unscripted as well. And yeah, guys, it's going to be a new category on my channel. It's going to be called Short Story Section. And if you want me to make the similar types of videos in the future, then please comment down below. And if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's begin our story. Our story begins as we see Naruto captured by two Anbus and presented to the council chambers. Inside, a very pissed off Tsunade as well as the senseis as well as the Konoha 11 were watching Naruto, glaring at him, and Sakura was crying. What happened to Sakura-chan? Bachan, what's going on here? Silence! Ganin Naruto Uzumaki, as of today you are stripped from the ranks of our shinobi holsters for the charges that are raping a fellow Genin and shinobi, and a Konoichi who is none other than my student Sakura Haruno. What? No, I didn't do it. Are you going to deny the fact that there are some evidence proving that it was you? Like your DNA? Your DNA was found on her body, alongside your scent and everything, Naruto. You are a disgrace to the shinobi world. As she said, what is it that you want to say in your defense? I didn't do it, please believe me. As he was punched in the gut by none other than Kakashi. Shut up, Naruto. I can't believe you are my student. You are a disgrace and worse than trash. I hope you rot in hell for what you have done. You are worse than Sasuke. I can't believe this. You really are worse than that demon that is sealed inside of you, Kakashi said. Silence, Kakashi. He will have his fate locked because of what he has done. He will serve his imprisonment and justice will be provided. Naruto Uzumaki, from this moment forward you are sentenced to prison of lifetime. What? Please believe me, I didn't do any. Naruto was punched again in the gut, but this time none other than by Tsunade. Shut up. You were a disgrace of a shinobi. First you go on a rape and then you deny the responsibility. You are not my brother. I disowned you, Naruto, even if I have considered you as a family. I disown you from that. You are nothing but a worthless demon. Take him out of here. As Naruto tried to protest, but to no avail. Nobody believed him. Sakura was crying, and everyone tried to comfort her. And that was the last time they saw Naruto. 6 months have been passed since then. The village was happy that the demon was gone, and the Konoha 11 was also somewhat consoling and trying to forget Naruto. His name was a taboo amongst them, and they were trying to cheer up Sakura, and Sakura was also recovering from the horrified experience. Tsunade was also busy. She received reports that Naruto was beaten and someone was visiting him, but she didn't bother with it because she thought that Naruto deserved it. Because in this world she hated one thing more than anything: rapists, and Naruto was one of them, in her point of view. We go to Naruto. It has been six months since Naruto was put to prison, and he was beaten every day to the inch of his life, and every day Kyuubi will heal him. But every day he tried to protest that it wasn't him. But after 6 months, he realized that no one is going to believe him no matter how much he yelled at them, tried to prove his innocence. In their eyes, he was guilty because 1. He had the Kyuubi inside of him. 2. He was framed. Oh, how he wanted revenge on the person who framed him. But then he realized that no matter how much he tried, they are not going to believe him. He gave up. Naruto's eyes became dull, and he locked himself inside in his own mind. The only person who believed Naruto was Hiruka. He visited him on the day of his imprisonment and yelled at the people that said to him that he was a demon lover and trying to prove an innocence of a rapist, who he clearly is. And Hiruka still denied that, said that Naruto was innocent and he in no way in hell could do this. It was getting out of so much hand that Tsunade banished Hiruka and took his shinobi status away. Ruka left and was feeling guilty, but that he couldn't save Naruto, but he left reluctantly. Inside Naruto's mindscape, Kyuubi was also feeling remorse for the child for once in his long lifetime. Even as a demon, this is quite enough, even for me. He is innocent, I can see that. Father, my point is proven. You can see that humans can go to so much lengths just so that they can exterminate us and our hosts. I feel his pain. Looks like I can't even heal him anymore because my chakra is depleting so fast. I have to do that. I guess it's time to pull out a favor that I had from Shinigami. Kyuubi performed some hand seals, and Shinigami appeared inside the mindscape after the hand seals were completed. What is it you want, Kyuubi no Yoko? Or should I say Kurama? Shinigami-sama, I would like to pull out that favor. Oh, I see. So you want that favor to be fulfilled. Okay. Which three souls would you like me to be revived? I want these three souls to be revived. Minato no Mikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, and Jiraiya of the Sanin. And why would you like these souls to be revived? Because this child, my host, has been framed and has been abandoned by his comrades, or so they call themselves, and friends. And he was blamed by them, and they didn't even try to prove his innocence or let him explain his side of the story or try to check if he was innocent, even if the so-called evidence was directed at him. I see, so he is an innocent soul that is seen far worse than death in his lifetime. Yes, and I have enough of it. For this, Kyuubi, I will not take your soul. You shall be reborn as 2 years from now on. Thank you, Shinigami-sama. Thank you. And these three souls will be revived within a month. And what else would you like me to do with these three souls? Please give them all of my memories and memories of my host until the time. It can be done. Fine, I will grant your wish, Kyuubi. And with this, our deal is done, as the Shinigami vanished. Meaning, Kyuubi also was starting to disappear. Naruto, just hang on for a month. After 1 month, your parents will be here to save you, I promise. During that month, it has been 15 days since Kyuubi disappeared. Naruto was beaten to the inch of his life every day, but his wounds still there, which caused everyone to be happy. And along that 15 days, civilian council was smirking to themselves and patting them on the back because they have gotten order passed by none other than daimyo stating that Naruto Uzumaki should be executed within the next month, 15th. And they were happy. And today they were going to present this order to the council chambers. As they were there alongside all of the Konoha 10 as well as their Jonin senseis. As before they could begin, they were met by the news that Sasuke Uchiha, who had murdered his sensei Orochimaru as well as almost all of the Akatsukis, were seen near the villages, and they were looking out for him. But as the meeting began, they heard a voice, well, look who do we have here. As everyone got into battle-ready stance, Sasuke Uchiha, what are you doing here? Just came to get the dope out of here. As Sakura flinched and everyone growled, what do you want with Uzumaki? Shikamaru said, oh, Uzumaki now, huh? I guess my little play really did a number on that dope, huh? Trust is so fickle with you people. I can't believe you fell for it so bad. As some of the people didn't realize, but Kakashi, Shikamaru's eyes widened. You don't mean that? Yes, it was I who planted those evidence. And it was I, he looked towards Sakura, who raped you. Can't believe you aborted our child. You always wanted to start a family with me. I can't believe it. But as Sakura now realized true terror on her face and horror. But I thought that... Yes. It's impossible, Tsunade began. All the evidence proved that it was Naruto. Tsunade said, and everyone, even in the civilian council who backed up the Uchiha, were now shocked. Mainly Mibuki Haruno. Yes, The evidence proved that it was the demon child. Are you people dumb? It was Henji no Jutsu, and I created a jutsu that can even match the scent that can be tracked by the Inuzuka dogs as well as the DNA. I stole that from the dog, remember, when I slashed his cheek when he saved you, you dumb bitch, he said to Sakura, who flinched even more. And then the realization dawned on each and every one of them that they imprisoned Naruto, and Naruto was innocent and they blamed him for everything. Even the civilians were now downright terrified because Naruto was the one who saved them from the pain attack, and they and what did they give him in return? Betrayal, and imprisoned him by framing him that he was an rapist, a demon who was showing his true colors now. That's what they believed. Well, you see, it was easy. After getting that DNA on that Kuna, I got an idea. Because you remember when you came searching for me after Naruto's return? Well, the thing is, I got an idea then and there when I met the Nine Tails. Think of it, its power at my mercy. I can use it at my own will, a weapon only for me. And you right-handed it to me. Thank you for that, because now you have broken his trust on you people, and I was there as his best friend, his rival, to provide him assistance. It was you who visited him in the cell. Oh yes, it was I who visited him after every beating he got. Lucky he didn't believe me for the first 6 months, but after that, he stopped protesting. And everyone was now even more terrified that what if Naruto agreed with him? Not only they will lose a trusted comrade, or if they still could call him that, they framed their friend and now he's going to kill them if he gets out. But he still didn't answer me, luckily, as they sighed in relief. I think he's broken, but nothing that my eyes cannot fix. I will just erase his memory and put him in Genjutsu, that I am his master and he will serve me forever. At this, Kakashi got so enraged that he sent a kunai flying towards Sasuke, who dodged and disappeared. In due time, I will come for the dope. Until then, enjoy what the pathetic excuse of this village has left till then. Sasuke smiled and chuckled and left without a trace. Sonari didn't bother to send any of the shinobi after him, because if he wanted to be found, he will show up. And other than that, she said, Kakashi, Shikamaru, with me to Naruto's cell, as she rushed towards the holding prison and straight towards Naruto's cell. As they entered, open the damn door! Hi, Okage-sama. As they entered, it was a dark cell, and they saw a figure lying down there, beaten and broken. Naruto? As they rushed towards him, as Naruto finally felt unconscious, as they rushed him towards the hospital and was now in an operation. His heart failed 2 times during the operations because of the beatings and losing the will to live. And after the third try, Sonari succeeded, but he was in comatose state, and was placed in a room. His innocence news was provided to the whole village, which caused them to be shocked and disgusted at themselves. But this wasn't the end of it. His friends were more feeling guilt and remorse for their friend at what they had done. They didn't even try to bet that Naruto was innocent. If the evidence, or so they believed it, provided that Naruto was the criminal, they believed it without even a hint that their Naruto couldn't even do a thing like that. But that wasn't it. After 15 days was complete, the month ended. At the 31st of the month, 3 figures in a bright light appeared in front of Konoha, as they have every and each memory of what had occurred to their son and godson, as they rushed towards Konoha Hospital and busted through in the door and hugged Naruto's unconscious form and started to cry. And suddenly a full Anbu squad that was protecting Naruto gathered there. Who are you and what are you doing here? As the whole room filled with killer intent. It was none other than Kushina and Jiraiya and fourth Hokage. You. People have a lot to answer. Go call for your Hokage, Minato said, as Kushina and Jiraiya stayed silent, glaring at them. And suddenly, all Konoha 10, as well as the Jonins, as well as Tsunade arrived. Who are you people, and why are you impersonating Jiraiya, Minato, and Kushina? We are them. We've seen everything, and believe it or not, Shinigami let us live in exchange for the Kyuubi's soul. And now we are back to life, and here to take Naruto away from this hellhole. I can't believe I saved this village just because it can spit on my last wish that my son would be seen as a hero. I shouldn't have left Naruto here. I'm sorry, Minato. I couldn't believe that this could happen. I'm so much disappointed in you, Tsunade, said Jiraiya. You are nothing but a disgrace to the Senju clan and to our sensei, Jiraiya said with anger, as Kakashi moved forward. Sensei? Don't. You are not my student. As of today, I disown you as my student. You took each and every one of my teachings and threw it out of the window. We are shinobis. Always look underneath the underneath. Kakashi, you are just a hypocrite. Now leave. I wish you had died that day instead of Obito. That caused everyone to gasp. We are leaving with our son. Call for a council meeting, because we have a score to settle with them. And after everything is done, we will leave with Naruto. Because a threat bigger than Madara Uchiha is approaching, which is none other than Sasuke Uchiha. He must be killed and exterminated, because if not, then he will cause this world to go into doom. As everyone was now even more shocked. Wait, Kiba-sensei, we have to apologize to him. Please, just let him stay here until he wakes up so that we can apologize to him. Why? You didn't even bother to bat an eye when he said that he didn't do it, that he was innocent. You believed everything that you saw. I'm damn surprised that you are even shinobis, because shinobis lie and plant even false evidence. And there is a rule among us: always look underneath the underneath to face the reality, but you never did. My son never even killed a shinobi in his entire career life or harmed anyone. So how did you believe that he would harm the person he loved? At this, everyone flinched. Sakura, who was crying even more, I'm sorry. No, we don't blame you, because that damn Uchiha took the form of our son and did unthinkable things to you. We know that much. That is why we do not blame you that much. But for a second that you could believe that Naruto could do such things to you. You really are worse than pathetic shinobi than we thought. At this, Sakura was crying and Tsunade got pissed. Hey, she's my apprentice. Like student, like teacher. You two are the same peas in a pod. Disgraceful, Jiraiya said. Get out of the way, Tsunade. I have a council to deal with. After half an hour, the whole council was assembled. As Tsunade was sitting there with a shocked and stunned expression. What is it, ladies? Hokage, why we have been called here? Before she could begin, a voice said, I have called you here, alongside with two of our appliances. As Kushina and Jiraiya came forward, and from behind them came Minato, who talked to them. As everyone gasped, Minato, Lord Hokage, Kushina-sama, Jiraiya-sama, you're alive and well. Asked civilian, so you came back to deal with the demon before he could speak. A three-pronged kunai was shoved straight through his throat, and he was stuck to a wall, killing him instantly, as everyone was now terrified. If you said anything regarding a demon child or demon spawn to my son, I will not hesitate to kill you. Minato, Koharu said. This is no way. Shut the fuck up, you old fossil. Kushina said. I cannot believe I let my child be the sacrifice of the damn demon just because your pathetic asses could be saved. How could for a minute I believe that you would honor our wish? What do you mean? Kushina-sama, said Mabuki Harano. Who was your son? My son is none other than Naruto Uzumaki, who has been framed by you people as the demon murderer rapist. I cannot believe, Minato, that you believed in these people. Me as well, honey, me as well. But that is enough. I, as the head of Namikaze clan, and Kushina as the head of Uzumaki clan, wish to draw our all fundings, accounts, and properties out of Konoha alongside our jutsus and clan names. We will leave and go to the Uchiha and live there. Shiraz, you will follow us? Kushina said. Always. I don't want to be associated with a village who blamed their own shinobis who were hero and trusted a traitor more than him. You are a disgrace to our village. And believe me when I say this, the first and second Hokage and the third Hokage, he looked towards Tsunade, will be damn depressed and rolling in their graves for what this village has become. I believe if they were alive, they would have destroyed this village. Funny thing is, Kushina said, cutting them in. They said me the same thing when I was in heaven, where I met them. They said if they got a chance, they would destroy this village with their own hands because of what it had become. They also have seen what you did to Naruto and to other innocent people, such as the Uchiha clan. He said, and the elders were gasping for air and their eyes were bulging out. Yes, the Uchihas were innocent, and the only people who planned that damn thing that I'm not going to say, because it's classified, was none other than Fugaku Uchiha and some of the Uchiha police force members. That's all, but you exterminated them like pests. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Sasuke on taking revenge on you all. And I'm not going to stop it if it destroys this village, but if he manages to survive this and come after our son, then he will be dead before he can say Katon. And that's a promise of a lifetime. Tatebane, Kushina said. We're leaving with everything. Oh, Kushina said, stopping just before she could exit the Konoha chamber room. Remove the Uzumaki clan symbol from any of the clothing or shinobi gear that Konoha held and all of the walls. If not, then I can perform a jutsu that it can remove. Please, you cannot take that away, she said. Tsunade said as she was crying by now, as everyone was also stunned. You leave me no choice then, disgrace to an Uzumaki, she said, as she performed the hand seals as Uzumaki ancestors came in front of them, as everyone's eyes widened, as in front of them came none other than Mito Uzumaki, as she was glaring at Tsunade. Why have you called us? Our kin, she said. My name is Kushina Uzumaki, and I call forth our ancestor to provide justice for those people who have done wrong to my son. You have been transferred with my memories and have seen what have occurred to our son. So what will be your decision and judgment? Please deliver judgment fair and square, ancestors. Mito Uzumaki then said, You are hereby banished from our clan, Senju Tsunade, and this village does not be recognized as our ally anymore. It has fallen from its grace. Hashirama would be rolling in his grave by now. I cannot believe this. When the seal was done, each and every shinobi jacket that held the Uzumaki sword was now plain green, as the Uzumaki sword vanished from the hatates and their jackets, as well as the walls that protected as barriers to Konoha. And now the whole village was in panic, and the last thing Mito said, glaring at Tsunade, You are banished from my clan. I can't believe you are disgraceful. I cannot say that you are my granddaughter anymore. You really are a disgrace to both clans, Uzumaki and Senju. Pathetic excuse of Akono Ichi. Pathetic, she said as she left, alongside the ancestors' spirits that came. Kushina then said, There. Now you are known as a kin deserter, as a kanji graved on her forehead, just below her diamond-shaped symbol, which was named as King Deserter. As Tsunade was bursted into tears, crying, as everyone was even more shocked. As Tsumi then said, Kushina, please, shut up. I can't believe I saved you, and this is how you repay me by locking up my son and torturing him? I have seen everything, Tsumi, and believe me when I say this, you are a disgrace to our friendship. Here, take it. I don't want this anymore, she said, throwing a tooth necklace that was given to her by Tsumi as a symbol that she was recognized as a friend to her clan. Kushina, how could you? What do you mean, how could you? Can't you see what you have done to my son? Your clan has done to him? I cannot believe this, Tsumi. You are a pathetic excuse of a Konoichi and a friend. I should have left you there to be raped by those Kumo ninjas and then murdered you myself. If you ever show your face again, any of you, I will kill you without any hesitation. We're leaving, Datebane. I'm not taking no for an answer, Minato. We're done here. As they went to the hospital room, where Naruto was laying and was guarded by none other than his friends. As his parents and Jiraiya came in, they were getting ready into battle stance. Move, Kushina said as her chain erupted from her back and slammed every one of the tunes into the wall. As everyone was shocked at the power of the Konoichi, as she took her son in her arms, her eyes shedding tears. Naruto, no one will harm you now. We will take you away from this hellhole. As they took unconscious form of Naruto, and without second thought and within a flash, both Jiraiya, Kushina, Naruto and Minato disappeared, never to be seen by Konoha ever again. Along those years, Konoha had lost all of its allies, Suna as well as the Rice country and some other countries, as well as the Wave country that regarded Naruto as hero. Sasuke Uchiha attacked with some of his minions to Konoha and tried to take the dope quote-unquote Naruto from there as his own personal weapon, but when he found out that Naruto wasn't there, he destroyed the village, killing all of its civilians, leaving only the shinobi alive, some of them crippled, some of them in near-death states. The village known as Konoha Gakure no Sato was no more, but a minor village now. There were only three great elemental nations, Kumo, Kiri, Iwa, and Suna, 4 elemental nations. The fifth one, and the strongest one, known as Konoha Gakure no Sato, was put to its demise by none other than an Uchiha. And those that considered Naruto their friend were now even more guilt-ridden and in worse state because they lost their homes, their clans, and their village now, and all because they believed the damn Uchiha's lie that Naruto was a rapist. Sometimes they wonder if they tried to investigate that and found out that Naruto was innocent, he wouldn't be here and try to stop Sasuke from putting this village into harm's way. But then it became clear that it was too late for them to even reconcile with Naruto. As for Sasuke, when he went to Uzumaki after Sakura spitted on his face that it was his parents who took him away, once he set foot inside, he was met by a yellow flash who slashed away his arm, causing him to scream in agony. Next thing he knew, 4 chakra chains were passing through his stomach, straight went through his back and split open, and destroying his abdomen into millions bits as he screamed even more in agony. As then his eyes were blasted away by Rasengan to his face, as he was now even more screaming in agony. But the last thing he could hear was that, "You pathetic excuse of Uchiha, your parents are saying that they are very sorry for how their son has become and are disgraced by your actions. Die and go to hell, Sasuke Uchiha. They have banished you from their clan." And with that said, Minato stabbed his three-pronged kunai into his chest, killing Sasuke there. And as for Naruto woke up from his coma after 2 months. Since his parents has rescued him, and after 2 months, he started to talk and open up to them, and he was getting back on track in life and was happy. After 3 months or so, Uchiha was rebuilt and was recognized as the fifth elemental nation, the strongest one at that. And Uchiha even had an alliance with Suna first, and then with Kiri, and with minor villages as Wave and other countries that recognized Naruto as hero, who helped him, saved him. And then came Eva and Kumo and Kiri, who also signed a treaty with them. Eva reluctantly, because Minato was their enemy, and Minato apologized by saying to them that he met those people in afterlife, and they said that they were shinobis and it was their duty to fight, and they did not regret anything, and even delivered some of the messages that were left by the said shinobi to their families. And Raikage forgave him, as his grandson's message was also delivered to him. He shed some tears and forgave the man reluctantly. And as for the treaty, Kuretsuchi was married off to Naruto, who at first, after seeing Naruto's condition, was quite shocked that the son of the Yellow Flash was like this. But after hearing the whole story from Kushina herself, she also started to pity Naruto for what had occurred, but that pity changed into determination, and determination changed into love, and that of an undying one. And once they were married, Naruto opened up to her, and once he had his first son Boruto, he was even happy. Boruto had black hair and blue eyes, and was a very happy and bright child that lit up Naruto's destroyed life alongside Kuretsuchi's. Naruto was now 24 years old and the second Uzukage of the said village, and was recognized by the other villages as well. News was traveling that Naruto and Uchiha, alongside the other elemental nations, was prospering and were soon going to unite into one village. And the big villages were going to be recognized as provinces of their said village. And Konoha was left to its own devices because nobody wanted to associate with them anymore. The shinobis were known as now rogue shinobis, or as criminals, because that was the life they took up after the disbandment of their village. They had to take up a job to earn their living, and that was doing the dirty jobs for the other villages. That's how they lived. Still, when they found out that Naruto was Uzukage, they were happy for him, but then they felt sad that they couldn't do anything for him and weren't there for him when he needed them. And they were the ones who put him through such hell and made him the man that he is today. He was happy that they were happy that Naruto became successful in his life and his dream was fulfilled. Tsunade was still sad and depressed that it wasn't fulfilled as Hokage but as Uzukage. But still, she was happy that his dream was fulfilled. Naruto didn't want anything to do with Konoha, no matter how many letters were sent by Tsunade through Katsuyu to the Torts, and the Torts forwarded to Naruto. Naruto never replied, just burned the letters. He didn't want anything to do with them. For once in life, Naruto put himself above his precious people, and that is because those same precious people destroy its faith in friendship and love. But that same faith was destroyed by the new precious people, his parents, his godfather, his wife Kuretsuchi, and their son, and soon to be born daughter, Kuro. And that's where I'm going to be leaving this off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.